Hey guys, Jiro here. So this build is a Devastator Impale build, and it's by far one of my most favorite builds I've ever done. The damage is just insane. Your impales are going to do so much damage. It's just phenomenal. Now, I've been playing with my buddies and I've been keeping up with them. In fact, I've been doing a lot more damage than they have because of this build alone. The way I have it set up, your anomaly goes up to like roughly 1.1, 1.2 million, and then your impales just become insane. The damage ranges from anywhere 1 million to 4, 5, 6 million, depending on how you properly do it and when you properly proc it. And I'll tell you that all specifics once we get into it. So moving on to my gear, my helmet, I have Ronin's Amegasa. On it, I have arms and Anomaly, Anomaly Echo, and Shredded. Probably a God Roll helmet that you would want for any Anomaly-based build out there. But specific for my Devastator, this works out perfectly. Crit shots are going to increase my Anomaly, and then after a skill activation, my firepower and Anomaly is going to be increased by X amount, as you can see. Shredded, there's a 0.5 delay for every impale I inflict on an ad, and then 0.5 seconds later, you're going to see another impale coming about at half of the damage that I originally hit. So if I hit someone for 4 million damage, it's then going to hit them again 0.5 seconds later for 2 million damage. But basically, you don't need it. It's mainly used for bosses because you do a 4 mil damage and then right after another 2 mil. So basically, you have 3 impales, but with a total of them hitting them 6 total times, which is just amazing. Now, I wish, like I said, I wish I had this build perfected. It's roughly at an 85% complete. There's a few mods that I wish I would have had on a perfect roll, but it is what it is, and hopefully I can farm it down the road. Well, for now, this build, the way I have it, to me, is perfect. Again, I got to keep farming. I've been grinding as much as possible, just like everybody else. But for now, this is what I got. Moving on my chest piece, I have 2 additional targets for Impale, Rivers of Blood, and Sacrificial Altar. Do not overlook this mod. This mod, I promise you, this mod is amazing. Now, the way this is used is once you get a kill for an impale, it's obviously going to do this sphere, this protective sphere, which is going to increase your firepower or your anomaly, depending on which is higher. So since our anomaly is naturally higher, it's going to increase our anomaly by 20%. So now you can already see my anomaly stacking up on mods and stuff like that, and it starts increasing, which thus increases my damage of my next impale and my next earthquake and so on and so forth. So do not overlook this mod. To me personally, it's a mod that you should have for an impale, and it just makes it even much more sweeter, and the damage is just increased. So all you do is get that kill, stay in that sphere for a little bit, and then it's going to increase your damage, and so on and so forth. It's pretty awesome. To me, this is a God Roll chest piece. So moving on to my legs, I have Tainted Blood, Ultimate Impaler, and then Earthquake Armor Boost. That's a mod that I wish I could probably change out for a 4th Impale, which would be even icing on top of the cake. It would be amazing. But it is what it is. It's still pretty good. It keeps me alive, and increases my armor. Obviously, Ultimate Impale, I can hit 2 more targets. So you see me hitting 3 targets. But because of my next mod on my arms, you're going to see me hitting a total of 6 targets. Now, Postmortem, again, another mod. Don't overlook it. It's an amazing mod. So it says, enemies killed by the skill generate up to 3 additional spikes, impaling enemies within a 5-meter radius from killing that enemy. Now, mind you, you get that impale, your sphere goes up because of your chest piece, right? You're doing 20% more damage already. And then now you're hitting them already 2 more times because of Shredder, right? And then because of that, you get the kill. And then within a 5-meter radius, now you're going to see an additional spike go up. So let's say you go to a mob of ads, you kill 3, sphere goes up, and then there's like total of 10 ads, another 3 more sphere go up because of postmortem, you're just gonna see all these spheres going up, and all these ads are basically gonna die. So you're basically gonna kill all 9 ads, and one's gonna probably stay alive, which is pretty awesome. It's a great mod. Don't overlook it. And then finally, I have resistance against the fortified, and then resistant piercing. Now you're wondering, why the hell am I running this? Well, I'll tell you. Now the reason why I'm running resistance against fortified and resistant piercing is because I'm trying to increase the damage that my impales do. Now if we look at our stats, my armor piercing is currently at 40%, with my resistant piercing at roughly 80%. Now the way you increase that is through my class tree and the weapon I'm using, obviously, and a few other things, because of these two mods right here. Now I can technically increase my armor piercing a lot more if I ran a weapon with first things first. So if I want to increase my impale damage, then all I have to do is put that weapon on. I'll have to shoot once, reload, and then you see that my armor piercing now is 90%, while my resistant piercing is at 130 roughly, right? So then that means my next impale is going to do a lot more damage. Now I personally don't think it's needed. It's a lot of things going on at once. I mean, you are shooting and you are reloading, so you can easily incorporate that into any weapon to increase your impale damage, which is just be insane. But I personally just like running a gun that's overall well balanced, and my mythos here is just balance. Again, you want to have a weapon that has armor piercing, and this weapon is perfect because of Omen. Since I have the 30% increase in my impale with bleed on targets, I need to inflict bleed, and this is basically the only way I'm able to inflict bleed, which is then allows me to do more damage with my earthquakes and my impales. So to me, this gun is a god roll right here. I have Omen, Death Renome, and Nikolai's Revenge. Nikolai's Revenge is just amazing. If you read it carefully, it says over 2 seconds each of them, as long as the initial target is alive. So it's going to link up to 5 enemies within an 8-meter radius and deal X amount of damage over 2 seconds. But you have to target a bigger ad that's going to stay alive. So you shoot a captain, you shoot a brood mother or whatever, a boss, and then that is going to trickle to the ads around him and pretty much do that much damage to those ads around him. But your impale is going to do so much damage to trash ads, it's going to instantly kill him, thus increasing your anomaly, increasing your firepower because you get the crits, and so on and so forth. So Nikolai's Revenge is just amazing. A great ad control mod, and it does a lot of damage. So don't overlook that. Again, to me, this is God roll mythos, and I just enjoy it. And then finally, my God roll guillotine. I got Radiation Splash, Moaning Winds, and Firestorm. Firestorm is just insane. By far the most damaging mod in the game right now. And it's just insane. It does burn, it does all that crazy jazz. And you shoot the target and it actually follows the target if he moves and stuff like that. So don't overlook that mod. Some people like, I believe it's called Clip Combustion, which reloads and you do X amount of damage after you reload, which works perfectly with all this, but this works fine as well for me. All it is a small minor step to it. All you have to do is shoot, reload, and then Firestorm goes off, Radiation Splash goes off, Moaning Wind goes off. So all that damage is insane. You're doing no minimum than 5 million damage every hit. Every time you reload, every time you shoot, then reload. No less than 5 mil. And if you combine it with a pyro, debuffing, all that crazy jazz, dude, the damage is insane. You're doing 10 mil and above every time you hit somebody with this guillotine. So to me, that's a god roll. Moving on to my legs. I have a second earthquake and a sharpened spike and diffuse. Although diffuse is really good, increasing my armor and my resistance by 50%. I wish I had a different mod for that, but it is what it is. Again, I'm still farming, just like everyone else is. I'm still trying to get all the perfect mods for this setup. But for now, you're going to see a lot of damage output. As I said before, I'm just out damaging a lot of my buddies, Technomancers, Pyros, and even Tricksters. You can see the damage is just insane. It's a fun build to have. It's a fun build to use. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. My skills, of course, I'm running are Impale, Golem, and Earthquake. From there, my class tree, nothing special about it. The only thing I did different was I added armor piercing, 20% of armor piercing, so then I can increase my armor piercing here for 40%, and then increasing my resisting piercing because of my two mods right here in my arms. So that's the only thing I did different. But besides that, it's the traditional Anomaly build. However, I am running this node right here specific to increasing my Anomaly by 45% when I proc Golem, which is why I'm running Golem. So you're going to see me proccing my Golem times as I can, as often as I can, to increase my Anomaly past that 1.2, 1.1 mil that I was talking to you guys about. On my packs tree, nothing crazy. I have Impact Point, Obliteration, Earthen Shell, Upheaval, and then finally Multi-Strike. These two nodes alone just work amazing together. You're increasing your damage, and then you're increasing more of your damage for your next seismic attack, and so on and so forth. So do not overlook these two nodes, and that's the reason why you're doing so much damage for your Impales and your Earthquakes and so on and so forth. And by far, I think Earthen Shell is just a cool node that they added for Devastators. It gives us that extra shield, and there's mods out there that you can incorporate this for extra damage output as well. But maybe more for that down the road. Because I'm still leveling, as I said earlier, my Ascension is not fully maxed out, but basically you want to max out all your Anomaly as much as possible and get your cooldown reduction maxed out. That's the reason why I have a 4.5 second cooldown on my Earthquake, which helps my damage, and then my Impale, and so on and so forth. So you can see my Impale alone is doing 1.3 million damage, and that's just alone, and that's not including all the rest of the mods that I have on, and so on and so forth. So this build is just so much fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Like I said, if you guys like it, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and turn that bell notification on for new videos that I put out there. I'm mainly focusing on my Devastator for now, but I will be moving on to my Pyro and my Technomancer and eventually my Trickster. But for now, I need to maximize my Devastator, get him maxed out, and then I'll move on from there. So because of this build, I was able to do Boomtown in 4 minutes 19 seconds, which is good. I think I'm still min-maxing, and I'm still trying to max out everything, try to get the perfect rolls for my armor sets and so on and so forth. So I know I can do Boomtown a bit faster, maybe high 3 minutes. But for now, I think 4 minutes 19 seconds is pretty good. You'll see the video. I'm doing a lot of damage, and it's just so much. So I'm killing all these ads. I'm doing all the spheres popping up. Impale is just killing everything, and then the boss just gets melted. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.
Y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger, I'm a I'm a threat. Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. 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 Really, y'all don't know this, y'all in danger. I'm a threat. Y'all in danger, I'm a threat.